You probably don't need a bigger home. You need less stuff and more peace. There's a myth that more space is going to fix it, but in many cases, it's a lie. We always say, if I just had more room, if I just had better storage, if I just had a bigger house. Before I really jump in, I want to share a simple request. Would you please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel? Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's do a comparison of average home sizes. A few decades ago, 1,200 square feet was the average home size in America. Now it's 2,400 square feet. And people are still screaming for more space to store stuff. Homes have doubled in size, but our peace definitely didn't. This ties into how marketing actually affects clutter. It's really subtle, but when you look at it, it's really true. The hidden cost of storing what we don't use. Storage literally becomes a lifestyle, not a solution. You see all these storage units all over the place if you live in a, suburban or urban area. Well, I'll tell you what, my husband and I had a storage unit. We kept Christmas stuff, suitcases, and I had some boxes of books. And back in the days when speakers used to sell like packages with like 6 or 8 CD discs and, learning stuff and everything, whether it was business or motivation or whatever it was. Anyway, we paid $50 a month for that storage unit for 15 years. That comes up to $9,000 we spent on that storage unit before we finally got smart and said, this is really stupid, and we got rid of it. We weren't storing memories. We were storing indecision, right? And this kind of aligns with emotional decluttering, There's a time cost also involved when it comes to managing your stuff instead of managing your life. You're constantly looking for, where's a good place to put this, all right? My husband and I bought a new dishwasher about a year ago, right? And it's got this caddy where you put the silverware. Well, I recently started using my mom's old silverware, which is silver plate, which isn't supposed to go in the dishwasher. So we don't really use the caddy. So my husband took it out and put it on the counter and he said, we really don't use this. I'm like, yeah, but where am I going to put it? So we put it back in the dishwasher, which means there's less room for dishes in the dishwasher, I have a good friend, and man, she is a shopper par excellence. She moved about a year and a half ago, and when she started taking stock of everything, she had 26 of those big crates like you get at Target. She had 26 crates like that of just Christmas stuff. And before she moved, she got down to 16 of them, and she spent 2 Christmases in that house, and now she's got 9 of them, right? And that's still a lot to me. I think I have 3 or 4, okay? Her 2-car garage, when she moved, was filled to the ceiling, right? There was no room for a car. I don't think there was even room for a bicycle. And she would spend, it's been a year and a half now, she would spend every Sunday sorting. I mean, constant, countless hours just managing stuff. And that's not exactly soft life, right? And this is what clutter steals. It's space, but even more importantly, it's your time, right? Your nervous system gets to just have the, relief of letting go, right? Decluttering means that you can breathe again. You have greater sense of clarity, calm, and emotional adulthood. Women are overwhelmed, not because we're messy, but like I was saying yesterday in the longer video, because we're over marketed to. And we don't even realize how much we're influenced by that, right? There's an identity shift that happens when you go from accumulation to intention. And this is going to be the heart of tomorrow's message, because soft life is choosing peace over performance, choosing clarity over chaos, presence over possessions, and a life that you could actually live in. The first step isn't necessarily organizing, it's awareness. And just to make you feel a little more empowered, you don't need to buy more bins. You need to buy back your time. So please take a moment to like, subscribe, and comment. And thanks so much for watching the video. Take care. Bye-bye.